How's it going, Dave and Comic Book Investments? So I got some stuff back from CGC, so I thought I'd go through it. Once again, this isn't everything I got back. Everything's on my website, collectorscomics.com, but this is just some of the stuff that I got back. So if you ever want to check out all the things, go on my website, collectorscomics.com. That's where you'll find all this stuff. Also, I don't know if you guys are into this stuff. Maybe some of you are out there. I just released a new song. My band is called Love Angeles. So if you stream any streaming service, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever you use, it'll be on there. It's a pretty interesting one. I had a fantastic time doing this one. It's if you're into pop music in the late '90s, this you'll get all the references. It was I wrote it kind of as like a funny song about like pop bands in the late '90s and about how this girl is like stuck in 1999. And I actually I don't know if you guys know who this is, but the boy band O-Town, I got one of the guys to sing on this track with me. So it's pretty funny. There's a ton of references in there. I had such a good time. Once again, check out my band, Love Angeles. I'll probably put a clip of it at the end of this video if I can remember by the time I do it. All right, into the comic books. Yeah. So we got this one up here. This is Nintendo Preview. It's called like Nintendo Comic Systems. It's basically a preview. So if you guys didn't watch my top 10 90s comics to invest in, I talked a little bit about this. So it's pretty interesting. So Valiant Comics, I mean, you might know them. They did Turok. They did the new Turok. They're pretty popular in like the early 90s. I think they got bought out by Acclaim, which was, I believe, the video game company that made NBA Jam at the time. And then who knows, whatever happened. They had like, was it Bloodspot, I think, right? Am I saying his name right? I don't know. They made a movie. Was Vin Diesel in it? I can't remember anymore. I never watched the movie. But anyways, so they tried to buy Marvel. Well, the people that started Valiant tried to buy Marvel. They were outbid because during the 90s, actually, Marvel was under hot water. Like, sorry, not 90s, like late 80s, before the comic boom happened of the 90s. So they decided since they got outbid from Marvel, they decided to start Valiant. And they decided, instead of coming up with new characters, they decided to license characters. So the first ones they licensed, because one of the guys was like, oh, this Nintendo thing is very popular. We should get it on the ground floor. So they licensed characters. So this, I think, is the first Valiant comic book, because I believe Super Mario Brothers was the first official Valiant comic book, if I'm remembering correctly. But this came out before that. This was in a magazine. I don't remember what magazine. Maybe it'll say on the cover. But it was tied into a magazine. So a lot of times they'll have a lot of, like, because it was like glued and people just tore it out, it'll be all torn right on the spine here because it was glued into a magazine. So they're much harder to find. A lot of people threw them away. And it's just a preview. So I think this is technically the first Valiant comic book, if I can remember correctly. I know Super Mario Brothers 1 was actually kind of the first. So anyways, just a little bit of history. I'm sure you guys don't even care. But anyways, I thought this would be much higher than it was. I thought it'd be 8.5, got 7.0. I think after looking at it, I think it was just some because I had this pressed and the deep creases that I thought would come out didn't come out. Anyways, $14.99. This book, pretty rare in any grade. The Phantom Lady 23. This is a pretty, not the best, I forget which number it is now at the top of my head, what the best iconic Phantom Lady cover is. It's not this one. This one's the second best one, I think, if I can remember correctly. That would be a 0.5 to a 1.0. Like, it has tears on the back, piece missing. So it came back at 1.0. $39.99. This one's a cool World War II cover. You got Hitler and the Emperor of Japan at the time. Couldn't tell you who it is. Tojo or something like that. Anyways, Power Comics number 2 came back what I thought, $27.99. Got this book, dropped like a stone. I think it's kind of bottomed out. Star Wars 42, got it at 9.6, $9.99. This book, pretty rare. This is actually the 3rd single highest grade. Only 2 above this one. But yeah, I think it's LB Cole, right? Yep, LB Cole cover. And this one came back to grade, I thought, $15.99. You know, this book is interesting. So this is 55. This is Superman number 100. It's from 1955. Now, a lot of books from like the mid 50s, like I think like 53 to 55-ish, is actually really rare. There was a big comic book slump during that time, and the only thing was selling that was superhero related was Superman, Batman. Everything else was just doing terrible, among other things. I'll do a video all about it. It's pretty interesting stuff, but these are pretty rare. But for some reason, Superman number 100 is not that rare. In a high grade it is, but this middle grade is quite a few copies available. I thought it'd be a 6.5, came back 5.0, so I was way off. $6.99. Wonder what it was. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. All right, The Tick, number 1, his first appearance. He first appeared in, I believe it was a newspaper. Was it called the New England something? New England Comics. On interior front cover. Okay, this is number 4,402. 4402. I don't know how many you made. Maybe 10,000. Anyways, first appearance of The Tick. Came back to grade, I thought. $9.99. And then we got a good old Kazar, X-Men 10. And it's $8.69. Let's move down, move down, move down. There, that should be fine. All right, Punisher limited series number 1. Thought it'd be 9496. Got the 94. 195. So the auction did pretty well. Not as, be honest, not as good as the first auction. We had way more stuff, but I think we had just more like high-end stuff. So dollar-wise, it was like 50,000 less. I think we did 155,000 in sales. This last one we did like 195. So we had more stuff, but the stuff was like tended to be lower value. Like the last one we had 3 Hulk 181s. This one we only had 1. We didn't even have any giant size X-Men. I think we had 2 Spider-Man 129s in the last one. This one we only had 1. It was like a lower grade. But other than that, we got more traffic than we did. We tracked the traffic. We got more traffic, so that's good. We had way more consigners than this one, than the first one. So overall, like different metrics. The only metrics was it just didn't have as much, I guess, high-end stuff. But overall, thanks for everyone that participated in the auction. So it went pretty smoothly. Ran into a couple bugs, but nothing too detrimental that really changed the experience. Not like the first one. So nothing like insanely bad. I'm trying to think of. It was more of like annoying bugs. Like, for example, so our first auction, it would just end and then you could see all the books as it, it didn't rotate to the top. So like this one ends, it rotates to the bottom and this one moves over. So we had that in place for the second day. The first day we didn't, but when we implemented it the second day. But the problem is people could be like looking at the comic and it would rotate like outer screen because like, oh, it went to the page behind it. Because if you're on the, page 4 and on the first book and then it rotates and it moves away and you're like, okay, that's annoying. So it was like little things like that. It was super annoying. couple things, but nothing major. Okay, what am I doing? Sandman #1. Oh, there it is. Thought it'd be 9.6. Got a 9.8. So good there. $1,115. Very odd number. Here we go. Second appearance of Black Adam. So I had the Alter Ego, whatever it is, 7, I think, a couple weeks ago. Sold that one instantly. But so Black Adam, if you guys don't know, this is his second appearance. And this came out, what, 77. And so you're probably like, wow, didn't he come out in like 54, I think it was? Marvel Family #1. But that was his only appearance in the Golden Age. Then Fawcett Comics got sued by DC Comics. They lost their company. And then basically in between them losing their company and DC Comics acquiring the Fawcett brand characters and bringing them into the DC universe, there is that Alter Ego, which was more of a fanzine. So technically it's a second appearance. And at the time, Black Adam didn't really belong to a publisher. So it's kind of a second appearance. But if you want to get technical, this is a second appearance. So it's kind of crazy. He just didn't appear for like 20-something years. Thought it'd be 8.5 again, 8.0. 5.89. Super Mario Bros. #1. People have asked me, there's like this defect, a printing defect. It's a crease that runs almost the entire length of the opposite side of the spine. CGC should be able to catch it, right? That's why this one came back a 9.2. And if you look at it, what did I grade it? I graded a 9.2. I don't consider that crease part of the grade. Why? Because the crease is, it's a printer defect, so every single one has it. I mean, it has a couple spine ticks. There's got to be a reason why I graded it 9.2. Maybe some blunting. It's pretty nice, 9.2, to be honest. There's probably something I'm not seeing right now. Maybe it's on inside cover or something. Pretty nice looking 9.2. Any case, I know someone else reached out to, Maurice reached out to me. He's doing his own comic book. I did a video on it, but he sent in some, I sent in a ton, and they all got hammered on grades because I'm telling you, these new graders, they don't know what they're doing. They graded it with that crease. Oh, it has, in grader notes, oh, it has long crease on, right side. It's like, yeah, that's called the printer defect. You don't downgrade for that because I have 9.8s, literally 9.8s of this that have that same defect. You don't downgrade. So now I send them all back in. This one didn't get hammered by those people. So maybe I got, who did I say? Bob's the good one? Is Bob, or is Jim? Jim's the good one. He went on the date and he's having a good day. He's whistling. $4.99. Sorry, I'm just rambling. What if number 10? Jane Foster's Thor, first appearance. It's in a 1F. Thought it'd be 9.4, got 9.4. Good. $3.99. Slide over. Thank you much. Now we got Spider-Man's favorites. Spider-Man. Number 10, first appearance of the Enforcers. Thought it'd be 5.0, got a 4.5, so not too bad there. 7.39. Now this one, sometimes you're blessed, and this one is one of those times. This one, my brother graded it a 9.4. I graded it a 9.6, and well, since I kind of said it blessed, I got a 9.8. So worked out there. Can't complain. Not gonna complain. We'll take it gracefully. $32.99. I don't know. We talked about maybe we'll hold this one back and put it in the vault because how often do you come across like 9/8 of that book? Things like that. So Batman 105, second appearance of Batwoman, first appearance of her in this title. That'll be 5.0, got a 4.5. Not bad there. $3.99. First, what is it? Origin and first appearance of Silver Age Clayface. Now, the first Clayface from the Golden Age, if I can remember correctly, he was an actor and he would just change his face, basically like prosthetics and clay and stuff like that. But this one, he was a full-on clay monster. And I think this is the Clayface that most people are familiar with. Did Neil Adams ever do a Clayface? I don't think so. Did he? I feel like Clayface wasn't that popular until like he got popular in like the 80s and 90s with the cartoon. I don't know, because he wasn't really popular in the Golden Age. I don't really remember him that much in the Silver Age as much. I don't know if Neil Adams did Clayface. Interesting. I mean, even Two-Face wasn't really, he had some issues in the Golden Age, but in the Silver Age, he kind of was like gone until Batman 234 by Neil Adams. Dobby 40, get a 40, 379. This one I picked because I just like this cover. I think it's a cool cover. I mean, there's nothing like key about it, really. What number is this? 180. Didn't get the grade I was hoping. Thought it'd be 9.0, get an 8.5. 149. I'm not too bad to have a shape. It's a cool cover. I just like it. Another cool cover. Low grade. Fantastic 4 annual number deuce. Thought it'd be 2.5, got a 3.0. So happy there. 4.99. That's pretty much it. For some reason, I thought there was something I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, thanks for everyone that did the auction. Remember, all the stuff's on collectorscomics.com. And yeah, check out my music. Just dropped it. All right, have a good day.
Met a girl who's here for the summer. We party every day, I think I kinda love her. But it's cool, I don't even trip, cause she looks like a girl from Abercrombie and Fitch. She's so sweet, says I'm her fire, the only one that she desires. Doesn't care where I'm from or what I did, as long as I love her. And I can't seem to get her out of my head. I don't know why. She stays up late watching Friends and listening to boy bands. It hurts to think there's no more NSYNC. If she ever met JT, I know she'd leave me, but that's just fine, cause she's my girl who is stuck in 1999.